With all the attention on the COVID-19 vaccine development area, two young biotech companies have been on a spotlight in the recent month. And these two stocks we'll take a look at in this video to see what the price action is telling us and see what are some of the potential for the price movement. And these two companies are BioNTech and Moderna. Looking at Moderna, Moderna is one of those biotech companies developing vaccine. And as you can see on this week here, the week of May 21st, it came out with some report on some preliminary data and got a nice pop. And it opened up at 86.14, went as high as 87. Then it just kind of faded throughout the entire week and it closed at 69 at a low of 65 and 31 cents. Then for the next 7 weeks, it pretty much consolidated inside of this zone somewhere around 67, between 67 and 55 and a half. Then last week, it started to move up. Last week when it released some phase 1 encouraging result, the stock got a nice pop and it went up as high as 95.21 and closed at a 94.85. Then on Monday this week, it actually closed below last week's close, and right now it's basically just working itself down. What is the price going to do here? Is it going to repeat this type of performance and it's just going to fade all the way down for the remaining of the week? And if we look at the daily price chart here, what I did is I have a composite volume profile from this candle to last Friday's candle. And what I did is I also highlight these high volume zone here. These high volume area represent the price level where there are a lot of trading activity took place. So there is a lot of price acceptance in those high volume area. Typically, some of the people also call these balance area in terms of the using the volume profile terminology. And for the traditional terminology is we could call this consolidation area or consolidation zone, because that's basically what it is. It's a little bit of a trading band where prices trade between that range for a little while, then it break out of that range, either on the upside or on the downside, and then it seeks the next balance area to try to consolidate before its next move. So that's why we see these price move to from a high volume area to the next high volume area, and in between those low volume zone. Right now the price is on this upper zone here. And if we go and take a look at a lower time frame on this 15-minute chart, you can see that right now it's basically chopping around here inside of this zone, inside this consolidation zone. So what I'm expecting to see would it be able to break out of this zone here above the 85 area and get up to this low volume zone here, right? The low volume zone, the price is going to come up, either get rejected, in other words, act as a resistance and pushes the price back down, or it's just going to go right through with very little volume traded through there and then go seek the next high volume area for it to go and find buyer and seller to conduct business. That is the next zone here, somewhere up here at this 93 area, 93, 91, 93 area. And essentially this low volume node is close to this 90. So what I'm looking for is to see in the coming day, break above this 85 and see would it be able to work up to this 90 area. And then we assess when it get up to that area. So, but if it is unable to get up and break through this zone, then what I would expect is to see is a couple things. Is either get rejected and it just keep chopping around here until it decide to move up or come down. So if it come down, they're basically looking here, you have a low volume zone right here near this support here, right? This price here is somewhere around the 77, 78 area. So we want to see would it get rejected and come back into the zone, or would it just go right to and then come down to the next zone here between the 75 and 70. So those are the price scenario that I'm looking at for Moderna in the coming day. Another biotech company that is involved with the development of a COVID-19 vaccine is BioNTech. And this biotech company is actually in partnership with Pfizer. Take a look at the weekly on the BioNTech chart here. You can see on this week here, we got a lot of FOMO here, right? It opened at 49.36 and the high was 105. So it's essentially more than double for that week. But unfortunately, it also came all the way back down and hit a low of 38 and closed at 46.50. So actually closed below the opening price for that week. Then for the next 14 week, it basically pretty much in a consolidation range here between this $60 and $43 range. Then until just the last few weeks, and it started to one-time framing up. And today, with the announcement of the Pfizer's deal with the U.S. government on the COVID-19 vaccine, BioNTech also got a nice move up here. And here what I did is I put in a composite volume profile between this candle and Friday's candle. And then what I also did is highlight all these high volume area. And those are the consolidation range or the balance area, we call it. You can see that on on Monday of this week, it just popped up. But we did have a little bit of a fade, but it is working itself higher throughout the week. And today, the high was just 1 penny shy of the all-time high. That 105 is the high was 104.99, and back here, this all-time high is 105. Right, that was that week that spike up, and then you see that it just faded all the way back down. So looking at a lower time frame, the 15-minute chart, you can see that a lot of trading activity is occurring inside of this range here. So it's very simple on this price action. It's basically just look for this thing to continue and move up to a new high, right? Or just come back down and chop around in this zone. Then if it break down this zone, then we're basically looking for it to come back to the next high volume zone. So in terms of a stock like this moving up into a new high territory, how do you project what are the upside target? Well, there's not too many ways. And one of the ways that I do it is essentially using what we call the Fibonacci retracement. And here's how I do it. So let me put in that Fibonacci retracement and get a little bit of a price projection on what the potential price upside target might be. So essentially, I'm looking for a move to 127, and that would be somewhere around 113.5, or the 141 near almost close to $118, or the 161 near the 124 area. So those are some of the upside potential target if the price continue to move up. So we'll probably see a little bit of a, maybe a pullback, and then just kind of move up there. So ideally, we'd like to see it come down to the 618 and then push up. So you get a nice, support zone or a pullback zone for it to bounce off from. Okay. So that's basically what I'm looking at on BioNTech. If you find this video informative, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching and stay safe.